Okay, so good afternoon and thank you for being here today. My name is Donald Cusser. I am the director of the Laredo Field Office for CBP's Office of Field Operations. The Laredo Field Office is the largest office in CBP, covering operations at 8 ports of entry that extend from Brownsville to Del Rio, Texas. Okay, is that better? Our mission in CBP's Office of Field Operations is critical and multifaceted. We are responsible for inspecting all people, conveyances, and cargo entering and leaving the United States through our nation's land borders, airports, and seaports. While most people are familiar with our role in processing people and vehicles entering the United States, I want to take a moment today to discuss another important aspect of what CBP does, which is conducting outbound inspections. These inspections are a vital part of our national security mission. When we inspect vehicles and individuals leaving the United States, we are looking for illicit exports, specifically firearms, ammunition, and undeclared currency that are destined for criminal and terrorist organizations. A small sample of those interdictions are on display here today. While uncovering these violations, we have also successfully stopped child abductions, interdicted criminals fleeing prosecution, interdicted illegal contraband, such as precursor chemicals used to manufacture drugs such as fentanyl, and uncovered a myriad of other violations to include stolen vehicles and detecting trade and immigration violations. Our mission has never been more important. As you know, transnational criminal organizations, many of which now fall under the designation of foreign terrorist organizations under the President's executive orders, rely on a steady stream of firearms to maintain control, sow violence, and to stabilize regions across Mexico and beyond. The weapons smuggled out of the United States are often used to commit acts of violence not only against rival cartels and law enforcement, but also against civilians, elected officials, and journalists. Weapons trafficking is not just a public safety issue, it is a national security threat. Every firearm that crosses that border into the hands of a criminal organization represents a potential act of terror and a threat to the safety of people on both sides of the border. CBP is fully committed to interrupting this deadly pipeline through advanced targeting, utilizing non-intrusive inspection technology, canine teams, and boots-on-the-ground vigilance. We are intercepting dangerous weapons before they leave our country, and we are not doing this work alone. Our partnership with ATF and Homeland Security investigations is integral to our success. Together, we investigate not only the smuggling events at the ports of entry, but work beyond the border in the interior of the United States to identify suppliers, smuggling networks, and trafficking routes. Through this strong collaboration between CBP, ATF, and HSI, we are able to work together as a force multiplier and effectively disrupt and dismantle transnational criminal organizations involved in weapons trafficking and make America safer in the process. This joint effort extends into intelligence sharing, coordinated enforcement operations, and trend analysis so that we are not just reacting to what's happening, we're staying ahead of it. We are committed to identifying and eliminating the infrastructure that enables these organizations to operate within the United States. Recent executive orders have given us more tools and authority to dismantle the financial and operational networks of these transnational criminal organizations. It makes clear the United States will not tolerate the presence or influence of these groups within our borders. Not only that, the designation of certain cartels, many of them Mexico-based, as foreign terrorist organizations comes with severe legal consequences, including terrorism-enhanced charges. We will continue to work with our federal partners, with state and local enforcement, state and local law enforcement, and with our counterparts in Mexico to combat this threat head on. It's a shared mission because safety, stability, and justice knows no borders. Let me take a moment to thank the dedicated officers, agents, and analysts from all our agencies. The work they do day in and day out saves lives and protects communities. We are united in purpose, vigilant in execution, and unwavering in our commitment to national security. Thank you.
All right, and now I'll bring you to the podium Craig Larrabee. He is the SAC for Homeland Security Investigations based out of the SAC office in San Antonio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here on this important topic. My name is Craig Larrabee. I'm the Special Agent in charge with ICE Homeland Security Investigations based in San Antonio, Texas. My operational responsibilities include almost all of South Texas, including the border starting in Del Rio all the way down to the Rio Grande Valley. HSI's mission is vast, but one of the pieces of our mission is the illegal movement of people and goods across the border. So we investigate any of the organizations involved in illegal movement of people and goods. People coming in, narcotics coming in, firearms and money going out. So this is one of our major pieces of investigative priorities. The gun violence in Mexico, as everybody here knows, has steadily increased in recent years. Many of those incidents involve weapons that are smuggled from the United States. These come through various mechanisms, which my ATF counterpart will speak to, through straw purchases, and ultimately the illegal smuggling of those firearms across the border. That's where HSI partners with ATF and CBP to increase our interdictive efforts to stop the firearms. We want to identify the complete network and arrest as many people involved in these networks of smuggling, but most importantly, we need to interdict the weapons before they go out of the country. And that's where CBP has stepped up their efforts and does a tremendous job on outbound operations. In 2020, we started an operation called Without a Trace. It's a joint effort from DHS and ATF to work collaboratively to share intelligence and to go after the organizations involved in the illegal smuggling of weapons. This has increased since the change in administrations, where we have dedicated additional resources to going after the cartels. Now that they're designated as foreign terrorist organizations, we can increase our efforts and increase the penalties for those involved. Because of this whole of government operation, we've seen an increase in our common mission picture and breakdown of silos in which information is shared readily and quickly. South Texas has always been a place where that happens regularly, but now it's happening across all of U.S. government. Although we represent different agencies, we share the same commitment to fighting the epidemic of gun violence that has shattered communities across our country and with our partners south. With that, thank you.
And lastly, we'll bring to the podium Mike Waddell. He's the SAC for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives out of the Houston Field Division.
Good afternoon, everybody. Again, my name is Mike Waddell, and as stated, I'm the Special Agent Charged for the ATF for the Houston Field Division. And what you see here before today, the firearms that are on this table, it is the collective investigations or the resources of our agencies coming together with Customs and Border Protection, Homeland Security Investigation, our state, and many local partners that we have, that the success that we share in these seizures. And so ATF's main mission is the reduction of violent crime. And so our way of doing that is to stop the flow of firearms that leave the United States and that are obtained for illegal means to be sent, in this case, we're referencing Mexico, where they are there to help, further these drug trafficking organizations, these terrorist organizations, as they continue their that ongoing violence as they look to expand their territory, and in turn to create those networks to send not only the trafficking of people but of illegal narcotics back into the United States. And so it's an ugly cycle of violence. And so oftentimes ATF, in addition to working with our partners, we focus at not only the traffickers but also the purchasers of the firearms. We have programs that don't lie for the other guy, which are individuals that they lie on the government forms when they go to a gun store and state that they are the owner for the firearms, and when they actually intend to buy that firearm on behalf of someone else, which is then to be trafficked outside of the country. And so this is a crime that, working with our federal partners with HSI and CBP, that we're going to continue to investigate and prosecute. And so the thing that I would like to highlight is that the worst case story that we ever hear, the ones that end in tragedy, are the firearms that are recovered in Mexico. But here, these firearms, each one being individually an individual case, are success stories. These are the result of the collective partnerships. And so for that, ATF, we pledge our continued support to work with our CBP and HSI partners. And I thank you for your time today.